Should I do something with my hands? I gotta do all that without messing up once. Thanks. I want to thank you to our sponsors. Stop. Do I have to start from the top or can you? Okay. Darn. Welcome to this week's Kline May Realty Showcase. I'm Allison Surber with the Real Property Sisters of Kline May Realty. If you see a property today of interest, give me a call or call one of our offices. Thank you to all of our sponsors and enjoy the show.
Hey, thank you all for meeting me here today. It's so great to see you and to hopefully catch up since we survived the selling process of your house in the spring. So can you tell me a little bit about what you did to your house from the time that you purchased it until we put it on the market?
We had it for about 5 years and did everything from putting a driveway in, tearing up the whole entire yard, planted new grass, did a roof, windows, a lot of drywall work, redid the floors, pretty much everything you could possibly think of.
From the ground up.
Wow.
So,
And then what made you decide to sell that house?
the kids, especially this one, it is a great house and we loved the house, but it just wasn't enough room to spend the money to add on to a house built in 1949 when we could sell it, especially what you were able to sell it for, and put down for the house we want with more room, enough bedrooms for everyone. So it just made sense to sell it.
Yeah, our timeline for selling your house got kind of sped up a little bit from where we had originally thought we were gonna go.
Yes. So if you remember correctly, I was in my kitchen making dinner and I accidentally might have put my feelers out on Facebook to sell our house. And in an instant, I had to call you, realize I made a mistake. I should not have posted anything online.
Yeah, you called me and you're like, what did you do? I have people calling me from everywhere wanting your house. You and I stayed up until about midnight, talking on the phone, answering your questions, and then you sent me documents all night long, signed those, got up for work the next morning.
So a 4-month process. Got
4 days.
Got thrown into 4 days because of me.
You know, the best part, I moved very fast.
And you moved at
And
his
when
speed.
And then when I emailed you and you emailed me back in like 3 minutes, we already had a game plan for the next couple days when you was coming out.
Yep.
So I told her, I'm like, well, I finally found somebody that works at my speed.
I've had practice. I kept up with you when you were 10.
Right.
It was awesome that not only have I been able to help you sell your house, but the best thing is the connection we have as your 5th grade teacher way back when. And to me, that is very special. And I feel like through you, my life has definitely kind of come full circle because I love being a teacher and I love being a real estate agent. And it was really fun to sit down and really talk you through the process and kind of help you learn, navigate through all of the crazy.
It was definitely quite the experience.
One we'll never forget.
It was fast, but it was so smooth.
It just felt like family was coming in to help us in a situation when we really needed help. And because of the whole process, we were able to, build our dream home. So because of you, now we get our dream, whereas before, wasn't gonna happen.
Thank you, and I'm glad I can be part of that. And I can't wait to come see your house when it's finished.
We can't wait for it to be finished.
Any day.
Can't wait for Jace to give me a tour.
He's already called his bedroom.
Oh, good. Thank you all for coming to meet me, and thank you for being more than just clients. I do consider you family, and you'll forever be near and dear to my heart.
Whether you're looking to purchase or refinance a home, DuPont Community Credit Union has mortgage options to fit your life. With fixed and adjustable rate options that offer low down payments, DCCU's team of local mortgage advisors will advise you on the best mortgage option and guide you through the lending process, from pre-approval to making memories in your new home. Start your home buying journey today at mydccu.com.
Ivan, thank you so much for being able to find time in your busy schedule to meet me for lunch today at Cuban Burger. I really appreciate that.
Thanks for having me come meet you, and it's always great hanging out with you, Susan. Cuban Burger is a great choice.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, my brother actually owns it.
Oh wow, really?
He's been in business since 2011. He's been in this space since late 2012.
I love the Cuban flair and I love the variety on the menu, and I often work with clients who are relocating, and people often want recommendations of places they can go to grab lunch or dinner, and this is one of the places I consistently recommend. What is your favorite thing on the menu?
The thing I order the most would probably be the chop chop, but today, since it's so early, I'm probably gonna go with the Buenos Dias, which is like the breakfast burger. Comes with egg, cheese, and bacon, and a side of grits.
I think I'm gonna go with the tried and true Del Fuego.
Oh yeah, that's the spicy one.
I like it spicy, so that burger really works for me, but there's a lot of wonderful things on this menu. I really like the Cuban cheese steak also. It's kind of a tough choice when I come in here.
I love that one.
Ivan, tell me about this drink you have.
This is called a Jupiña. It's a pineapple flavored soda. It's one of my favorites. I grew up on this stuff, so it's very sweet. The bread is actually real Cuban bread. It comes from Tampa, Florida, the bakery called La Segunda Bakery that's been around for 100 years.
Is it true that their meat comes from Glendora Farms?
Yes, he tries to get the freshest of the freshest, and he tries to support anything local.
That's wonderful. Ivan, you've been coming here probably since 2013.
Yeah, so I moved up here from Miami to help my brother with the operations here, and I've seen this restaurant grow. It's become a staple in downtown Harrisonburg. A lot of locals, a lot of college kids love this place, and the uniqueness of the bar, the Cuban food, you can't find anything like this here in Harrisonburg.
Ivan, thanks again for meeting me for lunch today at Cuban Burger. I really appreciate it.
Oh, of course, anytime. Thanks for coming, and it's been great hanging out. The food was amazing.
Home buyers beware. That's Virginia's motto. So do not buy someone else's problems. Never skip the home inspection. Even if you're buying as is or FYI, for your own protection, get a home inspection from Aztec Home Inspections. We provide home buyers with thorough and informative home inspections, radon testing, and mold testing. Get protected during your home buying process. Know before you buy. Schedule online at aztechomeInsp.com.
Hi, I'm Karl Waizecker, Principal Broker with Kline May Realty. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Q&A with Kline May. As always, we'll start out with a new coffee. This one I bought locally at Martin's Grocery Store. It is something called Hairbender from Stumptown Coffee Roasters in Queens, New York. That is really great. I'd have to say that's probably my favorite of all the ones that we've tried so far. That is strong and bold, but super smooth. Really outstanding coffee. Our question then for today is what's going on in Rockingham County? And by that I mean what's going on with the real estate market compared to the national picture. You know, in national headlines we see and we read every day that real estate's crashing, that sales are down 20%, 30% in some markets, that the number of buyers applying for loans is down 60% in some markets. What we're seeing here in Rockingham County especially is just the opposite. Sales are up, believe it or not. A lot of the comparisons that you see in the news are comparing this year, 2022, to last year, 2021, which was the best year we've ever recorded. So that's not quite a fair comparison. We like to think of 2019 as the last normal year. That was the last pre-COVID year. When we look at 2019 versus 2022, what we see in the Augusta market is that sales are up about 3%, which is great. We're down about 8% compared to last year, but again, last year was kind of an anomaly. In the Rockingham market, however, when we look at 2019 compared to 2022, sales are up 23%. So what in the world is going on differently in Rockingham County? And when we drill down to that, we see that the gains are almost entirely in the southeast portion of the county. So south of Route 33, east of Route 81. And in that area, what's happened is we've had an explosion of new construction. In the first 12 months of this year, there were 200 more new homes sold than in the first 12 months of 2019. So that's the difference. And I think what that proves to us is that the market isn't crashing. If there's inventory out there, buyers will buy it. The only reason sales have slowed in Augusta County is because the inventory has slowed. We've got an example here in this quadrant of Rockingham County where inventory was continuing to be produced And none of it standing. It was all gobbled up by buyers, and there are many more waiting. So I think the message to sellers, and especially any builders who may be listening, this is not the time to be passive. This is the time to be aggressive. There are still many more buyers than sellers, and it's still a very good market for sellers. If you'd like to keep up with what's going on in our market, check the link below. That'll take you to the newest listings in the last 2 weeks. And if you've got a question for me or a coffee you'd like to see us try, please send that to questions@klinemay.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Honey, what are you doing?
Huh? I'm guarding the house.
Yeah, I guess you forgot we have Hawk security now. You know our entire house is secured, and we get alerts when the kids come home from school, and we can finally take that vacation because we can see everything on our phones. Come on, honey, let's go to bed. Let Hawk security keep an eye on those creeps so you can get your sleep.
You could get a call one day, like this girl, and our sister was about to go in foster care. And she's like, well, what do? I can't let her go into foster care. I will step up and do it even though I'm only 21 and I'm supposed to be going to JMU for college. This is what I'm doing. She came with nothing. Her flip-flops were broken. Her shirt was too small on her, and just being able to outfit her with proper clothes so she could go to school. She came back on Saturday and she was like, she just hugged me and started crying and said, thank you so much.
What does that mean for you? How do you feel when someone gives you a hug for something like that?
Just grateful for the community, for my friends, for my family, to be able to help somebody. That just means a lot.
Christine, it's so great to see you again.
Nice to see you again, Zach.
This shop really operates as sort of a free resource for families who are taking care of foster kids.
Yes, they can come take whatever they need as many times as they like to come. And sometimes I deliver to their house because I know taking in an extra child or extra 2 children can be chaos.
If you could just throw out like a rough number of how many families you think you're involved with helping with your service, what would that number be?
Probably close to 400 or 500, especially from Stanton, Augusta County, Waynesboro, and then of course Harrisburg, Rockingham County.
This sounds like this is a really big need that's being answered by your shop here. You're really developing much more of a network of support. And do foster families have connections with each other in the area as well?
Sometimes, but sometimes I'm like, hey, do you know that this other foster mom took in another teen and they're about the same age? If you're going through something similar, maybe it would be helpful to talk to each other about it.
What kind of support are you seeing from the community for your shop?
This is all donation based.
So everything here is given by the community?
Yes, and we post a lot on social media if we need certain things. Like last week we needed 18-month-old boys' clothes, and now I just got 4 huge boxes of 18-month boy clothes. The community has been amazing in that, really stepping up and saying, well, you know what, I actually have a bike that I don't need anymore. Would you like it?
And just like every child has a different story, so do their parents.
Yes.
This can't be easy on people who foster children.
It is not easy.
And you know this from personal experience.
Yes, I am a foster parent. We have a 3-year-old boy in our home right now.
What advice would you give to people who are interested in learning more about fostering?
We absolutely need more foster parents. There's been an increase of foster children coming into care recently. If you have the calling to do it, I strongly encourage you to do it.
And if someone didn't know where to start, could they maybe come by here and speak with you?
Absolutely. If they have questions, concerns, or anything like that, or need advice on where to go, absolutely, they can call me.
Now, I understand you have an event coming up in December.
We are hosting Cookies with Santa for foster and kinship families only at Faith Community Church. We are doing a wish trees where we're going to have Amazon wish lists posted, and people can click on the link and buy whatever they would like for a particular child. And then in December, we will have Santa come and have cookies with him and crafts, and just a really magical time for these children that need some extra love this Christmas.
Well, it's really great talking with you today. I love learning more about this. It sounds like you have an awesome, awesome, awesome organization here that meets so many needs. I'm thankful for you for doing this in our community.
Thank you so much, Zach.
We all want to give our kids the best of everything, the best nutrition, the best education, and the best place to grow up, even the air they breathe. Lennox strives to provide the best air quality for your family's home, free of indoor air pollutants.
At Landis Heating and Air Conditioning, they can install a Lennox customized comfort system in your home. Let Landis sweat the details so you can relax in comfort. Call my friends at Landis Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Get up to $1,700 in rebates.
Thank you for joining us this morning, and we hope you enjoyed the show. And as always, thanks to our sponsors. We'll see you next week.